Just because something has a great price on it in real estate in the GTA doesn't mean it's a good buy. I can tell you so many times, I've had many people tell me, when I ask them, how did you come to acquire this property or this condo or this home? They'll say it was a really good deal. It was a really good buy. It was too good. We couldn't say no to it because we couldn't afford anything else in the neighborhood. And here's what I'm going to tell you. There's almost always a reason for that in a balanced market. In a declining market, probably a good deal, probably worth discussing, but you better talk about what it is you're buying and how it fits in terms of being a good investment. So here's some easy things to think about when we're talking about things being a good investment. Meaning, is this a house that has predictable growth? Predictable growth meaning like you can look at the pattern of that neighborhood and it has been growing and growing and growing, whether it's over 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, there's good positive growth in that specific neighborhood. The other thing you want to talk about for a good investment for a house, really easy to determine. Sometimes things that back onto a railway track or a hydro tower seem like a really good deal, but those houses always carry an adjustment to their brothers and sisters that don't back onto those weird oddities. So you want to ask yourself, is it a good investment to own a house that backs onto a hydro tower? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say probably not. For every homeowner I've met who backs onto a hydro tower, I have to be direct with them and say 9 out of 10 buyers are not going to be interested in this location. Houses like that usually only do well when the market is really accelerated or it's really hot, where people can dispose of property when nobody's really crunching numbers or thinking twice because everything else is so hard to achieve. Because another fool was told it was a good buy. My next tip is to really consider what needs to go into that property that you're potentially thinking about acquiring. So is it really a good buy? Because on the face of it, might look like a good deal, but did you do a home inspection? Do you know what the state the foundation is in? Do you have any idea what the age of the mechanics are? Do you have any idea who lived there? Was this sold as is, where is? Is this going to take $200,000 to bring it up to par with the neighbors? And if that's the case, unless you're buying it way under market and have the stamina and the timing and the energy to pour into this house, then I would ask yourself, is it a really good buy? Or would you rather just buy something that's just okay or already done, save yourself the aggravation, save yourself the cash outflow, and make a decision to buy something else? So it's not always a good deal, because a good deal to me is something that I can get out and enjoy right away, or that I've got a crew that can tackle in 4 to 5 weeks and I know I'm way up on cash. If it's even, if I'm buying something for $900 and I have to put $200 into it, but it's only worth $1,100, that is not a good deal. And I know a lot of people watching this really need to hear that again. So if I buy something for $900 and I put $200 in it and it's worth $1,100, but $1,100 is what everything else is going for, that's not a good deal. You're even. You're going to be buying at $900, you're going to pour in $200, you're going to be flat on your investment. Okay, what would be a great deal is I pour in $200, I buy at $900, and I'm sitting at $125 or $1,300. That's a good deal. The other thing that I hear in the condo market all the time that's a really good deal, we bought this because it was a really good deal, but you failed to do your due diligence. Maybe you bought something, but you didn't consider that your view was going to be completely obstructed. So it sounded like a good deal, but it was a good deal because someone was trying to get rid of their condominium, knowing that in 4 to 5 years, there was going to be another project that completely scaled up and blocked their view. Not a good deal. And I'm going to throw one more in here. People buying these little micro units. You know, micro units defined by less than 500 square feet, teeny tiny, most often bachelor suites. If you're buying something like that and it seems like a good deal, you're buying at the bottom of the market. You're buying at the absolute lowest point of the market. You have to ask yourself how easy a property like that at the lowest part of the market is actually going to grow in keeping with the rest of the market. Are you going to make 4 to 5% in a balanced market? I'm going to say these are the hardest things to sell. They serve a very small population. They work in some buildings where you can do Airbnb, but in a slow or sluggish market, it's very difficult to sell stuff like this. So just buying to buy, I don't know that that's a good deal. I think you need to think about it. Sometimes if you take that investment and move it to another city or another neighborhood, you probably turn out better off if you're going to an area that is not gentrified instead of insisting on buying something in Central Core that is too teeny tiny to appeal to the masses. So remember, just because something sounds like a good deal or looks like a good deal, there's so much research and effort that needs to go into asking yourself whether this is a good deal today, and this deal will perform well in 3 years, in 5 years, in 7 years, and if you'd be proud to own what you're about to buy.